This is a message to all the Algerians, man.
They don't like to film them, okay?
They had a football game.
Yeah, but they are ultra.
The fact that it's only the Arab countries that are racist towards.
As you know, I am Algerian, and what happened to Speed is freaking embarrassing as shit.
Algeria has been the worst place IShowSpeed has gone on his Africa tour.
Already knew that IShowSpeed's passage in North Africa was gonna be the worst.
So Speed is now in Morocco, another African northern country, and guess what? They're making sounds of a certain animal.
But exactly what we have been saying about Arab North Africa against black people.
Speed was not hit by bottles of water because it's racially motivated or because he's black. That happened because he accidentally tried to film Ultras members. And
Algeria has been the worst place IShowSpeed has gone on his Africa tour. And I, for one, when I get to Africa, will not be visiting. Some of the people there were nice, but a lot were not. Like an entire football stadium full of people hurling words and vegetables at Speed. Like he's not literally helping out tourism here. And I already knew this was going to happen, which is why I didn't talk about any of it after day one. I purposely waited for day two because I knew it's coming. If I'm being entirely real with you, I'm going to be checking in on Speed in Northern Africa, but I'm not really excited because I already know how they view us. I know how they view themselves. When I go to Africa, I will be skipping over quite a few areas in Northern Africa. Algeria, you're the worst. How's it feel to know that the one time that you get a major influencer in your area, you completely sell the bag because you can't get out of your own way? Every other part of the tour has been better. How ironic is it that the closer people get to looking like this, the worse they view this? Speed, you were very professional. Never go back to Algeria. Oh, and grown man, by the way. Don't believe me? Watch this. Yeah, I'm good in Algeria.
This is a message to all the Algerians, man. I know your country's PR is kind of in the mud right now because Speed just got attacked on his stream. However, it could have been a lot worse. You're actually lucky they only threw water bottles and stones at Speed. Because if they start throwing bananas, bro, that, you know what I'm saying? You guys would struggle trying to beat those racist allegations, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least now you can say, nah, bro, it's just you thought he was thirsty and touring around Africa.
They keep throwing water at me. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I'm leaving. I think I'm not welcomed here.
Vive Algeria!
The people in Algeria literally threw water at IShowSpeed simply because IShowSpeed went to a stadium to watch a football game and they said, oh, nos ultras n'aiment pas qu'on les filme. Our supporters don't want to be filmed. These people are at a football game. They are being filmed. The game is broadcasted. They are already being filmed. What kind of lame excuse is this?
Vive Algeria!
We are not even surprised. We knew this was gonna happen. We already knew that IShowSpeed's passage in North Africa was gonna be the worst. The only country in North Africa that is worth visiting a little bit is Morocco. The only country that can save North Africa from this embarrassment is Morocco. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I think IShowSpeed should just go back to Ethiopia at this point. Like, Speed, just go back to Ethiopia. I'm literally just doing a review of what's happening during IShowSpeed's stream. I'm not fabricating anything, okay? I'm going based on the material I find. That's the only thing I'm doing. So y'all giving me the material. This is not just me making up something about Algeria. This is something that happened in Algeria.
Vive Algeria!
Congratulations to Algeria. You guys made it. You guys finally made it as the worst stream ever.
Vive Algeria!
Okay?
They had a football game.
Yeah, but they are ultras, you know, the ultras mentality.
That don't make sense. Get water thrown at me.
They're clapping for you, though.
Are they clapping? All right, man. I'm like, let's see. Okay, I like them. I like them. I like them. I like this club. Okay. Whoa, God damn. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Bro, they. Bro, they live, bro. This is crazy.
But they like you. They say
they like you. They like
you.
That don't make no sense.
Addressing the speed situation, because multiple people are tagging me and even asking me about what the hell's going on. As you know, I am Algerian, and what happened to Speed is freaking embarrassing as shit. Like, really is. It's sad to see. Why is my country doing this? Like, why are we doing that? But it goes to show there's always racist people in the world. People will just not like other people for no reason. Like, brother just came in to watch a game. Why are we throwing water bottles? Why? What is the reason? Brother has nothing to do with the game. He's just there watching. It makes no sense. Fat L, but as always, not every Algerian is like this. We're not all like this. It is what it is. I'll see you guys next time.
Bro, this IShowSpeed racism incident that happened in Algeria is insane. Obviously, Algeria is not in Europe, it's in Africa, but they don't claim to be African, they claim to be Arab. And the fact that people are trying to justify this racism thing when they were all throwing stuff at him in the stadium because he had his hand in his pants, bro, that is not true at all. Locals were literally calling him the GER as he was just casually driving around in the city. It's the fact that it's only the Arab countries that are racist towards people. IShowSpeed is just doing his job as the streamer, showing all these different cultures and countries in Africa, and the Arab countries are definitely being exposed. The fact that they also try to justify the racism as like, you don't know Algerian soccer fans. Come on, bro, no matter what type of soccer fans you are, that's just ignorant to say. I don't know, this whole thing just got me fired up because it's the fact that like, I didn't know this was happening in Africa. And it just shows that it all stems from Europeans because Europe used to rule Algeria. So when I said Algeria and Europe had correlation in my video, it wasn't saying that Algeria was Europe. You got, come on. That's what I'm saying. I just feel like Algerians found any way to like wrap around the fact of like the racism act they were doing. Don't let it go over your head. Everyone knew exactly what I was saying in that video. Europeans used to rule most of North Africa, hence why they don't like to say they're African, they like to say they're Arab. And I'm not saying all of North Africans are racist. I just think that history does show itself here, and that from IShowSpeed streams, you can definitely tell that North Africa is a lot more different than South Africa.
Speed was not hit by bottles of water because it's racially motivated or because he's black. That happened because he accidentally tried to film Ultras members, and you cannot do that. It's strictly forbidden within football culture and rules. If you visit any country across the planet and you try to go to a stadium anywhere on the planet and you try to film the Ultras members, the same thing would happen to you. I myself, 2 years ago, I was in a stadium and I didn't know that you're not supposed to film the Ultras, and they searched my phone, they deleted every single video, and they said, hey, please do not film us. We want to hide our identities. So please, for the love of God, the stream was great. It was nearly perfect. Everything was good. The vibes were cool. The dances were beautiful. The country is beautiful. Speed loved everything about the country. The people loved him and embraced him. It was cool. It was respectful. These white Algerians, they want to be white. Want to be white. We were colonized by white people for 132 years. What are you talking about? You know, this country was one of the first countries to endorse the Black Panthers. Learn some history before you open your mouth. And thank you to Speed for being the man he always was, because I love the stream. Honestly, it was beautiful.
Bro, Bro, IShowSpeed went to Morocco soccer stadium and didn't get bottles of water thrown at him from Arabs this time. Speed's first encounter with a Moroccan was this dude he met on the street, and you couldn't really tell if he wanted to talk to Speed because of his language barrier or because of the fact that Speed's black. Speed had this wholesome moment with this Moroccan grandmother where she just kept like giving him hugs and kisses and calling him Habibi, and you can tell by Speed's reaction it was so genuine. He even went to the Hassan Mosque and tried tahine for the first time, which is basically a Moroccan stew, and said that the chicken was better than the beef because it was more spicy. Speed was welcomed by Morocco in their stadium and was even the mascot for the African final. I mean, this is way better than getting water bottles thrown at you. I mean, Speed did say that this game was going to go to penalties, and he didn't want to say who was going to win, but I think we all know who he wanted to win. Bro, Speed's reaction to when Morocco missed their final chance of winning this game and him dapping up the entire Senegal team, I mean, it just shows who he really wanted to win this game. I mean, coming off a loss like in Algeria where everybody started throwing water bottles at you because they don't like you, I can only imagine if he did say that he wanted Senegal to win what the Moroccans would have done to him. The best part was after the game was over, Speed met a blind fan and he ended up giving him a brand new iPhone 17 so he can use the accessibility features. Bro, this had to be the most wholesome moment because this kid can't even see Speed and he started barking at him like he knows the entire Speed lingo. Bro, Speed's done a lot of great things, but right after, like, Speed really is the GOAT, bro.
I just roll away, tell my mom, but my eardrum just busted. My eardrum just busted, bro. I'm not even trolling. My shit ringing. I can't.
Algeria, man, I'm disappointed, bro. The racism, I'm just going to say how it is. The racism that IShowSpeed received is disgusting. That's a country that I will never go to, bro. You get me? He's attended a football match and you lot are throwing stones at water at him saying that you don't want to be filmed. What are you talking about? You're in a football stadium being filmed and coveraged by millions of people. Calling him the N-word, bro. Like, even seeing it, it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing. This is meant to be an African tour, you know. North Africa, man. Disappointed. You get me? Disappointing. Anyway, I just done a full YouTube. Comment the word USA or head to internet ready US America and go watch the full YouTube. But it's embarrassing, man. You get me? Like, racism still exists. It still exists, and you can see it, and it just goes to show. Because if you look was throwing, listen, I know you look can make excuses. You don't want to be filmed. Imagine you look started throwing banana skins now. You get me? There was no way getting out of that. But one thing I know for sure, not to go to that country, bro, because what you lot showed us, the world, yeah, man. Embarrassing, man. So Speed is now in Morocco, another African northern country, and guess what? They're making sounds of a certain animal. And honestly, just to see the absolute disrespect that Speed has received in northern Africa makes me never want to go to any of those northern countries ever again. You know what? I realized that the people in South Africa, the other parts of Africa, are loving, caring, beautiful people, even though they are not as wealthy as the northern countries. But the northern countries are even more, how do you say this, mean to people, mean to Speed, to put it nicely. You see what I'm saying? How are these people like that? Literally making noises like that to Speed. For what reason? Who would do that? These people, no, the northern countries, I just can't believe how cruel they've been to Speed. And they make up excuses like, no, it's this. I seen videos of them trying to like justify what they're saying, and it's just awful. He needs to leave Northern Africa alone. Never go back there again, ever. So
and thank you to IShowSpeed for letting me know that Algeria is not for the people.
I just roll away, tell my mom, but my eardrum just busted. My eardrum just busted, bro. I'm not even trolling. My shit ringing.
I'm sorry, did we just witness them trying to take this man's life? From them throwing water bottles at him and shooting fake bullets at him, I think it's a very clear message that they don't want him there. That's very clear that they don't want us to come back either. Speed just wanted to show us some different cultures in Africa, and these folks ain't having it. And to those who are saying that this isn't racism, that's a lie. You can't hide racism on camera. They weren't mad because he had his camera out. This is IShowSpeed we're talking about. The world's biggest streamer. They're mad because they're not understanding why a black man like IShowSpeed is getting the praise that he is. And we can leave it at that.
IShowSpeed in Algeria. Congrats to all the Algerians in Algeria who made it. The hospitality, the food, they showed him that we are the best. تحية الجزائر.
Did you see what happened to Speed while in Algeria? Because unfortunately, it's not a good look.
They throwing stuff? Turn stone. Ah, shit. Why they throwing stuff? Ah. Oh, hell no. What they throwing? I'm not even on a rivalry team. The hell? Hell no. We got to get out of here.
See, IShowSpeed was live streaming whilst in Algeria as part of his Africa tour while he was attending a Super Cup football match just yesterday. And while he was there, as you can see, some fans began throwing bottles and other objects at him, leading him to actually have to be escorted from the venue completely, and even him actually having to end his stream as well. Now, while this is all happening, some watchers of the live stream actually reported hearing some people call Speed the N-word in a derogatory way. And that, of course, is in spite of most, if not all of them, being black themselves. But what you need to remember is that racism is not just a matter of one group dominating another in a legal or systemic sense. Because it's true, people of any background or even the same background can use racial stereotypes or derogatory slurs even towards themselves. For example, a black person may target another black person because they see the other one as different, even though they might share the exact same ancestry. But this should not be about dragging an entire country. No, this should be about acknowledging that racism exists everywhere, unfortunately, and pretending otherwise only protects it. So if you're not prepared to call it out even when it seems inconvenient, maybe you should be asking yourself if you were ever serious about ending it to begin with.
Happened to IShowSpeed recently in a stadium in Algeria is exactly what we have been talking about, the behavior of Arab North Africa against black sub-Saharan West African people, including people of darker skin that live even in North Africa, the Tuareg, the Tubu people, how they are treated by these guys in Mauritania, how they are treated in places like even Algeria and Morocco. Tunisia is now officially the most racist country in Africa. There's a policy of a state to uproot all black people in the country, to remove them. It's a state policy. Well, Libya, of course, in Libya, they are selling black people in open markets. But in Algeria, in Tunisia, it is the official policy of the state. People can argue that in Libya it's because of the disintegration of the state after the Europeans have gone into bomb. But exactly what we have been saying about Arab North Africa against black people from sub-Saharan Africa, from West Africa. IShowSpeed, one of the biggest stars in the world right now, if you like, according to the numbers of his streams, they've done exactly the same thing to him.
Guys, while Speed was in Zambia, he was all smiles and he said that Africa is full of love. He even said that there was not a single place where he didn't belong. And the top comment said, North Africa will soon show my boy reality of the continent. Well, now Speed is in Algeria, and look at his response to getting water thrown at him.
Oh, yeah. I tried to show y'all, like, this is the, biggest two rivalries in Algeria. They're two big football clubs, but I think I'm not welcomed here. I'm just trying to watch the damn
What do you guys think about this? Do you think that comment was just a coincidence, or do you think it came from experience? Because when Speed went to that stadium, he did his research and he knew that rival teams were playing each other, and he tried to promote Algeria. But in return, he was getting water bottles thrown at him. Let me know what you guys think about this. Comment below.
Watch, guys.
They don't like me. No. I don't. They keep throwing water at me. I just came here to watch the football game, bro. I don't know what's up with these fans. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I'm leaving. I think I'm not welcome here. I don't understand. All of my fans show love in Algeria, but at that stadium, I don't know. They should have just chucked the green apple at me.
So I was watching this IShowSpeed African tour. I was watching it, you know, the first African country he went to was Congo. You know, he was shown too much love. He went to Ethiopia, he went to Kenya, he went to other countries, you know. He really appreciated the love they were really showing him. And he went to Morocco, he went to Algeria, he went to Egypt. He was so disappointed. He was so disappointed. See, IShowSpeed, one thing you should know is that just because this northern country are in African continents, they don't see themselves as Africans. They don't see themselves as Africans. See, let me tell you something. They hate being Africans. They hate being called Africans. They might come to your front and be like, oh, I'm African too. But inside of them, they hate being African. I'm telling you, if they can even remove themselves from the word Africans, they will. If they can even remove themselves from the continent of Africa, they will. They don't see themselves as Africans. So you don't expect the same love from the real African countries to an Arab country just because they're in African continent. You think you can get the same love? No. They are Arab countries. They see themselves as Arab. They don't see themselves as Africans. They don't even like the word African. Because I saw your video in Algeria when they were throwing you bottles, you know, throwing you so kind of things. You know, these people, see, let's be honest to ourselves. They don't like African people. They don't. Just because they're in the continent of Africa, you think they're Africans. No, they are not. They are not. You can't get the same love from these people. You can't. You can't. They even hate being called African. Even if they come in your front, I'll be like, oh, I'm African. They are not. Inside of them, they hate being called Africans. So you can't get the same love from them. Go to the main African countries. You went to South Africa. There was love. They show you enough love. You went there. You went to Egypt. There were no the same love. You know? They don't like African. I'm telling you, they don't like Africa. Despite they're in African continent, they don't like Africans. Let's don't lie to ourselves. They never see themselves as African. So avoid these northern countries. Just avoid it. You know, I know you're going to come to Nigeria. I know you're going to come to Ghana. These are countries. These are people who are going to show you true love, just as Congo has shown you true love. Just as Ethiopia has shown you love. Just as South Africa has shown you love. These people don't see themselves as African. Just get that into your head. You know, I know you were disappointed in Egypt. I know you were disappointed in Algeria. I know you were disappointed in Morocco. I know. You're not getting the love. No, it's not like that. These people are not Africans. We don't even see them as Africans. We don't. So be careful.
This way. We got snipers. Get down. Y'all need to get down. Go! Wait, it's okay. Like every time I get out, they chuck water bottles. Why are we still here? What the? Oh no! We gotta go. All right, Chad. Whoa, God damn! Oh shit!